Hello, everyone, and welcome back to OB Clarity with Dr. Godfrey. I'm Dr. Godfrey, PhD RN, and today we're on episode 12. The title, They Said I Couldn't Pass Fluid and Electrolytes, but I did. Yep, that's what it's called. So you've probably heard this before. Fluid and electrolytes is impossible. Nobody passes it the first time. Well, I'm here to tell you they said I couldn't pass it either. And I did. And guess what? You can too. So this episode is short, less than 8 minutes. I like to keep things sweet and short, but it's packed with motivation and one unforgettable tip to help you crush your next test. So guys, too many students hear hard and immediately think I can't do this. But picture this. You're sitting in class, syllabus in hand, and your instructor says, fluid and electrolytes is a tough one. Your heart skips a beat. Your stomach twists. You look around, everyone else seems calm. That's when fear whispers, I'll never get this. That's normal, but it doesn't have to stop you. Stop and ask yourself, am I preparing or am I panicking? Fear is natural. Panic isn't helpful. So instead of letting fear take over, tell yourself, this is new and I can learn it. Because even the toughest concepts are conquerable when you approach them with focus, strategy, and none other than confidence. So here's your unforgettable tip for today. Going to talk a little bit about just potassium imbalances, okay? So here is a low potassium snapshot to be followed by a high potassium snapshot. So imagine Mr. Lewis, a patient with a very low potassium. His legs feel like lead. His muscles are weak, and his heart rhythm on the monitor is irregular. It's slow, it's skipping beats. Weak muscles, weak heart, that's the story of low potassium. Now let's take a look at a high potassium snapshot. So now picture Mrs. Johnson, a patient with high potassium. She's slightly short of breath, a little fatigued, and the monitor shows slow, irregular heartbeats. Now, what's the treatment? Medications like K-Exalate or IV insulin with glucose, always under monitoring though. So remember that, K-Exalate or IV insulin with glucose to get that potassium down. So your memory hook for today is if it's low and weak and wobbly, that's a low potassium. If it's high, it's going to be slow and skipped beats, okay? Skipped beats with the heart. So here's how to make it stick. Let's just visualize the patient, connect those symptoms to the treatment, and your brain will remember it naturally. Even one vivid story like this can make a concept unforgettable. Now you'll remember, hopefully, weak and wobbly. You got that low potassium, slow and skip beats, you have high potassium. So let's do a mindset reset. You know how I love to talk about a mind reset and remaining calm in the midst of chaos. Don't compare yourself to classmates. Don't believe the hype that the test is impossible. Obviously, it's not because there are so many nurses in the world today. They had to take this test too. Study your own way. The way that helps you understand the concepts might not be the same as what's helping your classmates. I once had a student who constantly compared themselves to the top performer in class. They felt discouraged every day. After one conversation, they started focusing on their own progress, reviewing material in their own style, asking questions, reflecting after clinical. That's when they went from anxious to confident. And yes, they passed the fluid and electrolytes exam, and so will you. So your journey, guys, is yours alone. You don't need to beat anyone else. You just need to beat yesterday's version of yourself, especially if that version said, I can't do this. This is too hard. So here's a small action step you can do right now. Spend 10 minutes visualizing a patient scenario. Maybe potassium, maybe sodium, but imagine their symptoms, imagine the treatment, and then imagine yourself explaining it confidently to a peer or a classmate, right? That tiny little exercise will build your confidence more than you think. Whenever you can teach something to someone else, it says you understand it, and then you're going to do better on your exam. Okay? So, in closing, guys, here's your reminder. Your reminder is you've got this. They said it was too hard, but you can do it. You can pass this test. You can master fluid and electrolyte. Who's in control? You are. That's right. So stay focused, trust yourself, and remember clarity over chaos, and that's always the thing, right? And so, as I always close, you guys know what I say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Always assess, don't guess.